Hi friends, welcome to my channel, On the Mat with Kelsey. Today we have a short, gentle flow. This class is great to do first thing in the morning to ease into your day. It's also a great class to do whenever you have just a little bit of time and you're looking for some stress relief, some gentle movements for the neck, the low back, and the hips. So for this class, you'll need a block. A stack of heavy books would work instead for the block if you don't have a block. And yeah, we're going to get started at the back of the mat in child's pose. So have that block handy. We're going to be here sitting on the tops of our feet, either upright like this or in child's pose. So if that's going to be hard on your feet, use the block now and just place it between your ankles to sit your hips up a little higher. And then transition down into a child's pose, reaching your hands forward. Your hips are sinking back, maybe supported on the block, maybe not. But let your forehead press into the mat. And take a couple big breaths in through the nose and take a big sigh out through the mouth to start. And again, just like that. Exhale out through the mouth. Finding your breath here. Going for the next 15 or so minutes. As often as we can, checking in with the mind. Noticing where it's focusing, and if we can, bring it back to focusing on the breath. With each exhale, your hips are sinking a little heavier towards the floor. With your next inhale, walk your hands over to the right, just slightly off the mat at a 45-degree angle. And exhale, let the hips sink back, stretching through the left side body. Now walk your hands over with the next inhale towards the left at a 45-degree angle. And exhale, sink the chest, sink the hips down. Taking a couple rounds of breath in through the nose and out through the nose, or whenever you need it, sighing out through the mouth with a big sigh. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Walking your hands back to center. For one moment, lifting up onto the fingertips so the elbows elevate up from the mat. This gets into the shoulders a little deeper. Take a gentle shimmy of the shoulders side to side, very small movement. And with an inhale, press your palms back onto the mat and pull your belly button in as you roll up into tabletop with the palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a gentle cow pose, arching the back, drop the belly, chest is forward. Exhale, press the floor away into cat. Round the back, chin to chest. 2 more times just like that. Connect with your breath. Feel the inhale flowing in as you arch the back, look forward. And the breath initiates the movement. Exhaling air out, rounding the back, cat. Once more, breathing in. Cow. Pause. Exhale, cat. Pause. Finding neutral tabletop, take the right hand underneath the chest. Take the left arm up to the sky. You're opening your chest up to the left. Look up. Give the wrist a circle one way, the left wrist, and circle the other way. And with your exhale, we thread the needle, so the left arm is going underneath the right, coming down onto the left arm. Maybe your left ear, left side of your face hits the mat. Your hips are still high. And take a deep breath into this shoulder stretch for the left side. And exhale, sigh it out. Nice and slow, unwind. Come out of the pose the same way you came in. Reach the left arm up. And exhale, both hands down, tabletop. We reset for the other side. Left hand is down. Right arm reaches up. Expand towards the right side of the room. Give the wrist a circle one way, the other. And exhale, thread the needle. The right arm goes through. Right arm, right shoulder, right side of your face comes to the mat. And take a big breath into the right shoulder. And a big sigh out. Pressing down through the left hand, unwind. Reach up. Exhale, hand down, tabletop. From here, sink your hips back. Seated on your heels. Maybe your block is there to support your hips, maybe not. Take 2 big shoulder rolls backwards. And then reverse forwards. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Down straight through your tailbone into the block or into the floor. Take an easy neck stretch, taking your head over to the left shoulder. Exhale, roll the chin towards your chest. And then the head goes over towards the right shoulder. And inhale up to center, neutral. And then reverse that circle, head goes right. With the exhale, chin falls towards the chest. Head goes left. Inhale up to center. Here we take a gentle side stretch. Take your left fingertips off the mat over to the left side. Pressing your weight down into your left hand, reach the right arm up. And then overhead, feel the connection of your hips to the block or your hips to the floor. You want to keep that right hip down. So the stretch is isolated on the right side body. Turn your eyes to look up. And with an exhale, circle your arm, your shoulder down to the left. Forward, rounding your back like cat. We're walking both hands over to the right. Right hand places on the ground. And then circle this left arm straight up and overhead, so you're finding the side stretch on the other side. Inhale, look up at the sky. Open the heart just slightly, and then exhale. This is like finding cat pose as we move in a circular shape back over to the left. Both hands walk over. Right arm circles up, and then come up to sit upright. Close your eyes. Hands to the tops of your knees, tops of your thighs. Take a big breath in. And a settling breath out, sigh. Inhale, coming forward, tabletop. From here, we're lowering to our belly, so knees are touching the floor. And then you're going to bend your elbows right in by your side, so your chest touches the floor, your hips are high. And then you shimmy forward into a gentle cobra on your belly. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Legs are strong. Lift those kneecaps. Pull the elbows in by your sides. Baby cobra here. Exhale, release the head to the mat. Big breath in. Release the tension, the effort out. Once more, we find baby back bend. Start with the feet. Strength through the legs. Lift the kneecaps. Press lightly through the palms. Peel the shoulders, the chest up off the mat. Look forward. Take a breath in here. Good. And exhale out. Turn your head to look left. Your right ears, your right side of the face is on the mat. Reach the right arm straight out from the shoulder. Right palm on the floor. We're finding a shoulder stretch, so taking your left hand in front of your body, rolling onto the right side. The right side of your leg, right side of your hip. Your left knee can bend. The foot can step just slightly behind the right leg. This opens up a lot through your hips. So if that doesn't feel good, you can just stack your legs and let the stretch be more in the shoulders. This is different for everyone, but breathe into that right shoulder. Here you want your head supported by the ground. We're not straining the neck by lifting the head off the floor. It's really just melting into the ground and letting the stretch, the opening happen naturally for the right shoulder. With your next inhale, nice and slow, roll back onto your belly. Reaching the left arm out and turn your head to look the other way. Pull your right hand in by your body and just as slow, transitioning onto the other side, rolling onto your left side. Maybe bend the right knee and step the foot behind you. That left palm, left arm is straight out from the shoulder. Your head's on the ground. And take 2 more deep breaths in. Your next cycle of breath, unwind, rolling back to your belly. Forehead to the mat. Both hands plant on the mat by your sides. And on an inhale, press up through tabletop. And exhale, sit your hips back into child's pose. For just 1 breath, stretch out the back. On an inhale, coming upright to sit. Take your block, slide it out, cross your ankles. We're coming to find a seated position, middle of your mat. So here your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. Keep that block so it's handy by your side within arm's reach. We're just gonna roll onto our back, so standing up nice and tall, sitting up nice and tall to start. Exhale, pull the belly button to the spine, begin to round your back like cat. We're gonna roll down 1 vertebrae at a time with control. Use your core. The last thing to touch the mat is the back of your head. Good. Take a big breath in and out. Pulling your right knee in towards your chest, flex the right foot, and folding your right shin bone over your left thigh. Figure 4 here, so your right foot is nice and flexed. If this feels like a great stretch for you with the left foot on the floor, if you're feeling it in your right glutes, stay right here and take 3 deep breaths. If you need a little more to feel that sensation, taking your left foot off the floor, pulling both legs closer in towards your body. You can interlace your hands behind the left hamstring or even over the left shin bone for the most sensation. Both feet are flexed. The back of your head, your shoulders are relaxed. Knowing we're trying to melt away tension for all parts of the body, especially those not working. So in this pose, your face, your shoulders, your upper back, they're all just supported by the ground. And with each exhale, imagine melting tension out of those parts of the body. Keep actively flexing the right foot. Then exhale, release the grip of the left leg if you have it. Take your right foot up towards the sky. Extend the left leg out long. And bend the right knee in towards your chest. We're headed for an easy twist. Use your left hand at your knee. Right arm reaches straight out. And exhale, twist the right knee over towards the left. For more, you can turn the head to look over at the right hand. Again, the shoulders, the lower body, the hips supported by the floor. Imagine melting tension out of the body with each exhale. Softening the space between your eyebrows. Creating length between the tops of your shoulders and your earlobes. Inhale, coming back up to center. Hug that knee in. From here, extend the right foot up towards the ceiling. Using the right hand, grab the outside of the right shin or maybe the outside of the right foot. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to take that knee, the right knee, wide into a half happy baby. The bottom of the foot is pointing up towards the sky. Left hand may come down to the top of the left thigh, keeping that left hip anchored to the floor. Find a little baby rocking motion here, just opening up through the right hip, the right inner thigh as well. Big breath in, and a big exhale out. Good, coming back to center. Rebending the left knee, planting the left foot on the floor, then placing the right foot beside it on the floor. Inhale, extend the left leg up towards the sky, and we're repeating the same sequence on the other side. So bend the left knee and fold the left shin bone over the right thigh. Flex the left foot. Again, notice how this side feels different. Maybe it's tighter, maybe it has more mobility. So find whatever version of this reclined pigeon pose works for you, for figure 4. And sink into the stretch, being curious about the breath for the next 2 rounds of breath. Where are you holding unnecessary tightness or tension in the body? And let the exhales melt that away. And then releasing the right foot back to the floor if it's not there. Extending the left leg up. Reaching the right leg out onto the floor. Bend the left knee in. We find that easy twist. So take your left arm straight out from the shoulder. Right hand finds left knee. With an exhale, pull the left knee in towards your body and then across into a twist. If you want more, turn your head to look over at that left hand. On an inhale, coming back to center. Extending the left leg up towards the sky. Finding your half happy baby on the left. So maybe it's grabbing the shin, maybe it's grabbing the outside of the foot. Again, you want your low back supported by the ground here. We're not like reaching for the foot so much that our left hip comes off the ground. No, we want to massage the low back into the mat, into the floor with this posture. The next inhale, release the left leg, taking the left foot on the floor. Rebend the right knee, right foot beside it on the mat. Last posture here is a supported bridge pose. So again, make sure your block is right by your side within arm's reach. You start like a regular bridge pose, hands by your side. Feet are underneath the knees, about hip distance apart. And the movement starts by pulling your belly in towards your spine, tilting your tailbone up towards the sky. And imagine sliding your feet under a rug, although they stay in place. Peel the low back, the middle back, and the upper back up off the mat. Now grab that block. I like this medium setting on its side, and you're gonna slide the block right under your hips, and then gently exhaling, releasing the hips onto the block so it's fully supported. Now you may need to adjust the block so that the weight of your hips is really centered over this block. Release your hands by your sides. Your eyes are up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. With each exhale, letting gravity pull you down into the block or into the mat. And with your inhale, pressing back into your feet, using the strength of your legs to just slightly lift the hips up off the block to slide the block out. And nice and slow with control, roll your back one vertebrae at a time back down. Let your knees knock in towards center. Take one last conscious breath in through the nose. Big breath in. Hold the breath at the top. And a big exhale, sigh out through the mouth. You can stay here if this feels good, or you can open your arms out and slide your feet straight and out onto the floor into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Checking in with your breath, checking in with your body. Notice how you feel now compared to the beginning of your class. And stay here as long as you can, or as long as you would like today. Feeling the benefits of making time for your body, taking time to connect to your breath and honor yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.